Joe, congratulations on the new contract. Is it a nice feeling to have the next 2 years of your career all sorted?
Yeah, delighted. Something that allows me now to focus on the last 6 games of the season. So to have that all sorted and allow me to do that is excellent.
You've obviously had a strong season personally. What were the main factors in you signing this new deal?
I've just enjoyed it. I'll be honest. I've really enjoyed my time here. I've enjoyed working with the staff. The dressing room's brilliant. I think the fans have been excellent with myself as well. So it's something that I want to continue.
The boss clearly thinks you're a big part in the future of this club. What did he say to you before signing the deal?
He didn't have to say much. I'll be honest. Like I say, I've been here for this season now. I like to think I know what the club's about. Like I say, I've really enjoyed my time here. So it wasn't really much to sell. I'll be honest. It was just about coming to an agreement, and thankfully we've done that. And
finally, it's a big challenge tomorrow. What are you expecting from that game?
A tough game. Like I've said in the press there today, we've had two really good games against St Mirren this season, both 0-0, so probably not the best to watch, but something that's been really enjoyable to partake in. They've been tough games, so we're expecting the same again.
Derek, positive week so far with Wright and Vassell signing new contracts. Must be delighted to get them tied in.
Yeah, I think we're trying to get boys secured. Both lads I think have played are showing their capabilities this season. I think we've both been pleased with our level of performance. Still think there's more to come. In Joe's instance, I think we signed him and we got him probably on the back of his injuries. There was a time where Joe was seen as the next thing coming out of League One and going to the Championship, and obviously injuries played a part in that. So he arrived here last year really with a lot to prove. It was a wee bit of risk for us in terms of taking him because of the injury history, but I think what Joe's shown is, firstly, he's been fully fit for the majority of the season. His availability to me has been terrific. So he deserves a lot of credit for that. I think psychologically he's won that fight with himself to overcome his challenges, and I think Joe will get better. The good thing for me with Joe and Kyle was the fact that once we did first move the conversation about maybe extending and being here, then there was a real willingness from both to extend it. I think they're really happy here. We know and we feel there'll be better days to come. It's not been as enjoyable this season as we would have liked, and it's a battle and it's a fight, and there's a lot of soul searching and there's a lot of work to get done still to make sure we stay in the Premier League, but there will be better days ahead. I want to make sure that we're getting into a last game next season before the split in a similar position to St Mirren, 15 points better off, a chance to get into the top 6 if we're not already there. And to do that you need a semblance of good players, a good squad, and the work needs to be done properly. So getting Kyle and Joe signed is great for me, it's great for the club. It's really pleased the club have supported with that, and it shows that while we know the short term fight that now is to deal with St Mirren and get enough points to stay in the Premier League, that longer term plan has always got to be there. You should always be further forward than where we were last year, and last year we weren't in that position. So great signings, both lads have done well. Still think there's more to come from them, and hopefully between now and the end of the season we can get more clean sheets at one end and more goals at the other end.
Yeah, new contracts give both players a kind of boost going into tomorrow as well. Will also be boosted by sell-out support in Paisley. What kind of impact do you think that will have on the performance?
Well, we reminded the players that this morning. Our fans have suffered more than any other supporters on the road. Their away support, our home support, I've seen a lot of good performances, but our away support have had very little shout about it with the cups away from home. So we're reminded of that, and I think it's great that the support have got such coming in such numbers tomorrow. It's a huge game for St Mirren. There's been a rallying cry from their end to try and fill their end, to try and get them into the top 6. But the game has got to be more for us, and the fact that so many of the supporters have turned up tomorrow to get behind the team, it's important that we try and reward that. They'll get effort, they'll get everybody working for each other, they'll get everybody showing it to care, but hopefully we can show more than that and show the quality that's needed to go and win in Paisley and win a game, because we're playing against a team who are 16 points better off than us. We've had 2 0-0 draws against them. We've competed well enough in both games, but we haven't done enough to win against them. And it's important that we try and find that tomorrow. And if we can, then that reward and the boost for the team, the boost for the club, and the boost for the support is clear, because there is a lot of worried supporters out there. You know, I can understand that. But if we can go and win at a tough place like Paisley, then it'll give everybody the encouragement and enjoyment that's why we're on football.
How are we looking squad-wise going into that one? I know we took a couple of knocks midweek during the reserve game.
Yeah, we played quite a strong reserve team against Motherwell midweek, as they were strong as well. Ben Cassini didn't get much of the game. Unfortunately, he had a little tightness in his hamstring. It isn't a tear or anything, I think it was just a precaution, and I think after being out for so long, there was just a wee bit of nervousness about that from Ben as well. So thankfully it's nothing sinister. He should be able to go back into full training next week. So that wasn't ideal. And Fraser Murray took a right sore one in the dead leg and restricted him within the first 5 or 10 minutes. So unfortunately that's no settle for him. So both lads not involved. Liam Polworth came through 60 minutes of the game, which I think was good for him psychologically, because after his ankle injury, he's still feeling it. He's not 100%, but I think having had the game will be better for him. But everybody else, the only ones who are missing for tomorrow then will be Stokes, Innes Cameron, and the 2 lads we spoke about.
Perfect. Just finally, tomorrow marks a year to the day since that Alston winner against Arbroath. Took 90 minutes to get the job done that night. Is that the message you'll be drumming into the team ahead of kick-off tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we always talk about the importance of the start, but as you say, it's important that we recognise it. Like in that instance, it's gave us one of our most memorable nights in football. The first half was nothing to shout about. We never turned up and we never played, but we were good enough and experienced enough and had the wherewithal to get the job done. And as you say, it's a 90 plus, I mean, even now 98, 99 minutes now, a lot of the games you're playing, so it's important that we go right through the line tomorrow, hopefully on the back of a winning performance. But it was a brilliant night a year ago, and we want to make sure we have more highlights between now and the end of the season, because we're going to need that to make sure we keep our status in the Premier League.